Welcome back, or welcome to the show. Time Bandit's on its way to the Bahamas. And of course, being the east coast of the US, we were up at the crack of dawn, leaving behind the flesh pots of West Palm Beach. The only place I've seen whole marinas dedicated to super yachts. We'd spent almost 2 months getting south to Florida, but it gave us the shortest possible route across the Bahamas, and we had a great day for the crossing. Old Bahama Bay Marina on the Grand Bahama, and our first guest in the Bahamas. We thought we were going to be too late to check into customs, so rather than anchoring out in the middle of the ocean, we thought, we'll go and see how their little development's going. Not very well. They've dug out miles of this place, presumably expecting to have condos and expensive villas lining the sides. But years on, nothing. But it makes for a very sheltered anchorage. Next morning we headed round to customs, immigration, checked in record time, got the flag hoisted and back to our little exclusive non-marina to wait for the wakaleles. We're only about 60 miles from Squillian Airland, so you get all these power boats. They probably left just after a leisurely breakfast and now they're flying up here, burning God knows how much diesel and petrol. Bahamian waters are quite shallow, so everyone follows the recommended magenta line on the charts. Nobody uses their head and branches off out into the wide ocean. It's not really that dangerous. Consequently, there's queues of people going up the same line and arriving at the same waypoints. So down there, that's the Bahamas. Same as it is up here.
Mending the engine, fixing the boat in beautiful locations. Look at that, just look at the water. Better not drop the phone in. Isn't that just gorgeous? Absolutely flat.
And look, finally, we're going downwind. It's been upwind most of the way in the Bahamas. So finally, we've got our whoosh on. We've been in company with wakalele since, November. We give them a head start in the mornings, but I'm afraid we do leave them a bit in our wake. The Bahamas aren't far enough south to be immersed in the trade winds, so they're getting influenced by the North American fronts coming through, so every couple of days you have to flip anchorages to get shelter. Today we're headed for Treasure Cay, going to anchor off and wait till the tide rises because it's a bit skinny. We dropped the anchor but dragged, and then this keelboat came along and he just powered straight in, so fingers crossed, we're at 1.9. And so this is Treasure Cay. Treasure Cay pretty well devastated by the hurricane. Bits of it being refurbished, but still a lot of damage. By the morning the wind had flipped around and we headed off for Great Guana Cay. I'm not saying we've got a drink problem, but every bar we go to has been deserted. And we've said to the guys, where is everyone? And they've all said, oh, wait until March, it'll be teeming. It's March now, April. Still waiting on people to turn up. So this is what fills our day, having a look around, then curry night. Next day we were off to Man-o'-War Quay. That was quite pretty. This was another community destroyed by the hurricane. Have a read at this. Hit pause. $3.4 billion of damage. 74 fatalities. Pretty dire. Cruisers came from far and wide to help out, and they left this post of where they'd come from. Man-o'-War Quay on the front line of the incoming hurricane. And this poor house, top floor, just gets swept away. Whoosh. There goes my house. And if you're going to visit, don't forget to ring the bell.
Yeah, it's gorgeous as well.
And if you want to post a letter or make a phone call, here's some signs of its old Commonwealth past. All rather idyllic, but we had to get back to Marsh Harbour because there was a thing going on. The Junkanoo, full of the kids. Poor kids, out all night, waiting on the adults to get out the bars. It wasn't quite Rio, but it was good fun. A few days later, the wind piped up, blown like stink, 30 or 35 knots, and of course, somebody anchored right behind you. This cruising life can be quite stressful at times, but fortunately, this was the only casualty of the storm. Next up, a short passage round the corner to Hope Town. Hope Town is famous for its lighthouse, the last remaining kerosene-powered hand-cranked lighthouse in the world. 90 feet tall with 101 agonising steps all the way to the top. And because it's curvy, they had to have their own custom-made curvy furniture. Isn't that cute? And so that was largely our run around the Abacos. Next we're heading south for Eleuthera, so come back and have a look at that. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and do all the other button pushing you're meant to do to make me famous. But we'll be back in a few weeks.